Coming up next on BGSU Brain Game, it is Kenton versus St. Francis. We're going to have ringside seats for a bout of the battling brains. Only one team can leave victorious. I should say one team can leave victorious. Who's it going to be? Only one way to find out. BGSU's Brain Game starts right now. And welcome to BGSU Brain Game. It is Kenton versus St. Francis. Let's take a look at our starting lineups. For Kenton, led by Coach D'Aquino. In slot number 1, we have Katie, a junior. In slot number 2, we have Presley, a senior. And in slot number 3, it is Richard, a senior. Now for St. Francis, led by Coach Getting. In slot number 1, we have Terry, a senior. In slot number 2, it is Jordan, also a senior. And in slot number 3, it's the sophomore, and his name is Nico. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is BGSU Brain Game, and we're gonna start things off as we always do with our toss-up round. In this round, all questions, they are worth 10 points apiece. No deduction, by the way, for an incorrect answer. You may confer before buzzing in, and you can steal a question in this round. All right, Kenton, St. Francis, toss-up round starts right now. Among the founding fathers of our nation, which cousin to a future president was a brewer by trade? That would be Kenton. Richard?
Sam Adams.
Sam Adams is correct. Kenton on the board. What four-letter word that begins with the letter C is a synonym for barrel? That would be Kenton. Richard?
Chug.
Incorrect. St. Francis, chance to steal. That would be Terry.
Cope.
Incorrect. Cask is what we were looking for there. Jump in when you know the state described. Home to the towns of Eureka Springs, Bentonville, and Conway, nicknamed the natural state and the only state where the public can mine for diamonds. That would be Kenton. Presley?
Montana.
Incorrect. St. Francis, chance to steal. That would be Terry.
Maryland.
Incorrect. Arkansas. Which constellation that straddles the celestial equator contains the stars Betelgeuse and Bellatrix and shares its name with a mighty Greek hunter? That would be St. Francis. Nico?
Orion.
Orion or Orion is correct. Mom prepared 3 gallons of soup. How many 1-cup servings can she serve? That would be Kenton. Richard?
48.
48 is correct. Multiple choice question. Used as an acidifying agent to give colas their tangy flavor, this common compound's chemical formula is H3PO4. Nate, that would be St. Francis. Jordan?
Phosphoric acid.
Correct. Famous for the line, art is a lie that makes us realize the truth. Which multifaceted Spanish artist helped co-found the concept of artistic collage? That would be Kenton. Presley?
Picasso.
Picasso is correct. What mixture of glue and paper developed in ancient times? That would be St. Francis. Nico?
Paper mache.
Paper mache is correct. Multiple choice, simpler gas laws such as Boyle's, Charles, and Avogadro. That would be Kenton. Richard?
Gay-Lussac.
Incorrect. Avogadro's and Amaton's law can be derived from the formula that states PV equals nRT. What is the common name of this equation? Is it A, combined gas law, B, general gas law, or C, ideal gas law? St. Francis, chance to steal. That would be Terry.
C.
C is correct. Which cousin of the squid and octopus, whose soft body is partially covered with a coiled shell, shares its name with the literary Captain Nemo's ship? That would be Kenton. Richard?
Nautilus.
Nautilus is correct. End of round. Let's take a look at our score, and we are tied. Kenton, 40. St. Francis, 40 points. We're off to a great start, ladies and gentlemen. Stick around. The risk and reward round is coming up next. Stay tuned. And welcome back to BGSU Brain Game. It is Kenton 40, St. Francis 40. We are tied, that's right. Before we get to our next round though, and change that little factor, we need to find our new players, which we do have some. For Kenton in slot number 1, let's welcome Tate, a junior. And for St. Francis in slot number 1, we have Casey, a junior. We have in slot number 2, Jordan, a junior. And in slot number 3, it is the freshman, and his name is Sam. All right, welcome to the risk and reward round. It goes a little something like this. There will be 3 categories to choose from, 10 questions in those categories. The first 9 questions will be 10 points apiece, no deduction for an incorrect answer. The 10th question will be the risk and reward question. Teams will be able to risk up to 30 points in 5-point increments based upon the category that is chosen. But here's the twist. We're tied. And typically, the team with the lowest score gets to pick the category first, and they will then own that category. We had to do a coin toss, and St. Francis has won that toss. They will do the 10 questions in the category of their choosing, and then Kenton will have the choice between the remaining 2 categories and see how they do as well. All right. Now, the big question on everyone's mind is, what are the categories? Well, here they are. Categories are the moon, name the author, and ancient history. St. Francis.
We're going to go with ancient history.
They are going with ancient history. St. Francis. Here we go. Identify each of the following people, places, or ideas associated with ancient history. Following the death of Alexander the Great, Chandragupta made his ascent to power in this empire that was once ruled by Ashoka. Identify this vast Iron Age Indian empire. This is multiple choice. A, Maurya Empire. B, Mughal Empire. Or C, Chola Empire. That will be St. Francis. Jordan.
B.
Incorrect. It is A, the Maurya Empire. Second question. At the end of this period of the Paleozoic era, an extinction was followed by a gap in the fossil record. Identify this period, sometimes called the Age of Fish. In time, no. Devonian period is what we were looking for there. Born in 90 AD in Alexandria, Egypt, this Greco-Egyptian writer and astronomer wrote the astronomical treatise Almagest that provided much of present-day knowledge about Greek astronomy. Who was he? That would be Jordan.
Ptolemy.
Correct. Which ancient agricultural practice of crop cultivation in tropical forest clearings involves the cutting down of trees and vegetation, followed by the burning of the remaining debris? That would be Jordan.
Slash and burn agriculture.
Slash and burn is correct. Among those who have been designated the nickname Father of, which ancient's name is still today associated with the oath taken by medical doctors, as that would be St. Francis. Sam.
Hippocrates.
Correct. In ancient and medieval times, books were preserved by Hebrew teachers of law who tediously copied books by hand. By what title were these officials known? That would be St. Francis. Jordan.
Scribes.
Correct. Which ancient philosopher's method of learning and teaching relied heavily on breaking problems into a series of questions? That would be St. Francis. Jordan.
Socrates.
Socrates is correct. Multiple choice. He is credited with constructing the Hanging Gardens of Babylon and the Ishtar Gate into the inner city. Which Babylonian king was the son of Nabopolassar? Is it A, Sargon II, B, Nebuchadnezzar, or C, Belshazzar? That would be St. Francis. Sam.
B.
B, Nebuchadnezzar is correct. Collective name for the 3 great Egyptian pyramids built on the banks of the Nile River circa 2500 BC. That would be St. Francis. Jordan.
Pyramids of Giza.
That is correct. Risk and reward time. The topic you have chosen is ancient history. You can risk up to 30 points in 5-point increments, or you can pass. What does St. Francis say?
30.
30 points. Identify the 4th century Roman emperor who officially ended persecution of Christians in the Roman Empire. He created that would be St. Francis. Sam.
Constantine.
Correct. 30 points for St. Francis. All right, that is the end of the risk and reward round for you. It is now time to turn our attention to Kenton. The remaining 2 categories are the moon and name the author.
The author.
Name the author. I will read the title of a book. You are to give the name of the author. The book is Dune. Time. In time? Nope. Frank Herbert is what we needed there. Next book title is The Man Who Would Be King. Time. Rudyard Kipling is what we needed there. Lord of the Flies. In time? In time. That would be Tate.
Lee.
Incorrect. William Golding is what we needed there. The book title is Ulysses. That would be Richard.
Homer.
Incorrect. James Joyce. Multiple choice question. The book title is Catch-22. Is it A, Kurt Vonnegut Jr., B, Joseph Heller, or C, J.D. Salinger? That would be Presley.
C. Salinger.
Incorrect. It is B, Joseph Heller. The name of this book is The Sound and the Fury. That would be Presley.
Faulkner.
Faulkner is correct. War and Peace. That will be Tate.
Tolstoy.
Correct. The Catcher in the Rye. That would be Presley.
Salinger.
That is Salinger, yes. Multiple choice question. The book's name is On the Road. Is it A, Jack London, B, Ernest Hemingway, or C, Jack Kerouac? That would be Kent and Presley.
B.
Excuse me?
B.
Incorrect. It is C, Jack Kerouac. Risk and reward time. The topic is name the author. You can risk up to 30 points in 5-point increments on name the author, or you can pass. What does Kenton say?
I'll go with a 5.
15.
They say 15. The book's name is Robinson Crusoe. That would be Richard.
Tchaikovsky.
Incorrect. Daniel Defoe. Negative 15 points for you. That is the end of the risk and reward round for you. Let's take a look at our score. We have Kenton at 55, and currently in the lead with 140 points is St. Francis. Stick around. Things are going to get steaming hot fast because the category round is coming up next. Questions are worth 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30 points. Deductions are going to start. Stay tuned. And welcome back to BGSU Brain Game. It is Kenton 55 and St. Francis 140 points. Before we move into our next round, let's take a peek at some of our new players, or introduce ourselves to some new players. For St. Francis in slot number 1, it is Terry. And in slot number 3, Bennett, a sophomore, has now joined the team. Welcome to our new and our returning players to the BGSU Brain Game. This is the category round. Power shifts a little bit now to you, our players. Why? Because there are 6 categories to choose from. Inside each category are questions worth 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30 points. But bum, 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 deductions do start now. So if you're going for 20, you are actually risking 20 points. If you go for 10, you're risking 10. There is a double or nothing question hiding somewhere in there that will be double the points. No deduction for an incorrect answer. You may confer before buzzing in, and you can steal a question in this round. And just a reminder, just because you select a question does not mean you own that question. All questions are open to all buzzers at all times. All right, Kenton, you get to make the first selection.
Mythology 20.
Mythology for 20 points. I will give a clue about mythology. You give the name of the person or thing being described. According to classical mythology, which mountain serves as the home of poetry and music? That would be Kenton. Presley.
Olympus.
Incorrect. St. Francis, chance to steal. Time. That would be Mount Parnassus is what we needed there. Kenton still in control of the board.
Mythology 25.
Mythology for 25 points. In mythology, which Trojan prince was abducted by Zeus in the form of a giant eagle in order to serve as cupbearer on Olympus? He shares his name with a moon of Jupiter. Time. That would be Ganymede. Kenton, still in control of the board.
Human biology 20.
Human biology for 20 points. I will describe a term related to human biology. You state that term. What types of molecules have the specific job of halting the activity of enzymes in the human body? The correct response begins with the letters I-N. That would be St. Francis. Bennett.
Inhibitor.
Inhibitor is correct. St. Francis takes control.
Human biology, 25.
Human biology for 25 points. What gland creates corticotropin? That would be the pituitary gland. St. Francis in control.
Shape states, 10.
Shapes states for 10. That is the image category, 10 points. Based upon this shape, identify this. That would be St. Francis. Bennett.
Tennessee.
Tennessee is correct.
Shape states, 15.
Shape states for 15. Based upon this shape, identify this state. That would be St. Francis. Jordan.
Indiana.
Indiana is correct.
Shape states, 20.
Shape states for 20. Identify this state. That will be St. Francis. Jordan.
Washington.
Washington is correct. St. Francis in control.
Shape states, 25.
Shape states for 25. Name this state. That will be St. Francis. Jordan.
Mississippi.
Mississippi is correct.
Shape states, 30.
Finishing off this category, identify this state. That will be St. Francis. Bennett.
Alabama.
Alabama is correct. That finishes off that category. St. Francis in control.
Unique countries, 10.
Unique countries for 10 points. I will provide a description of a unique characteristic or geographical feature of a country. You identify the country. Mediterranean country shaped like a boot. That would be St. Francis. Bennett.
Italy.
Italy is correct. St. Francis still in control.
Unique countries, 15.
Unique countries for 15 points. The only landlocked sovereign city-state in Italy. That would be Kenton. Tate.
Vatican City.
Correct. Kenton takes control.
Tip your hat for 20.
Tip your hat for 20 points. Give the name of the hat I describe, and this is our double or nothing question. Fred Astaire wore this kind of hat with a white tie and tails. That will be Kenton. Tate.
Top hat.
Correct. Double the points. And Kenton in control, making a move.
Tip your hat for 25.
Tip your hat for 25. This hat, known as a derby in the U.S., has a domed top and is often associated with British butlers. What do the British call it? In time, that would be Kenton. Presley.
Bowler.
Bowler is correct. Kenton in control.
Tip your hat for 30.
Tip your hat for 30 points. This finely woven light-colored hat is made from the fibers of a palm plant and takes its name from a Central American country. Time. A Panama hat. Kenton still in control.
Geology for 30.
Geology for 30 points. Identify each of the following from the field of geology. Mineral from which dark green emeralds are formed. That would be beryl is what we needed there. Kenton still in control.
Unique countries for 30.
Unique countries for 30 points. Country that has the highest number of official languages. That would be St. Francis. Jordan.
South Africa.
Incorrect. Kenton, chance to steal. That would be Richard.
Philippines.
Incorrect. With 16 official languages, it's Zimbabwe. Let's see. Kenton in control.
Geology for 25.
Geology for 25 points. Type of, quote, fire-formed, end quote, rock produced from magma. That would be Kenton. Richard.
Ignatius.
Ignatius.
Igneous.
She says yes. All right, Kenton in control.
Geology 20.
Geology for 20 points. Type of map that indicates Earth's elevation. That would be Kenton. Tate.
Topographical.
Correct. Kenton in control, making a move.
Human biology for 30.
End of round. Let's take a look at our score. We have Kenton with 130, and currently in the lead with 240 points is St. Francis, but I have a feeling it's still anybody's game. Coming up next is our brainstorm round where questions are worth 20 points apiece. Stay tuned. And welcome back to BGSU Brain Game. It is Kenton, 130 points. St. Francis in the lead currently with 240 points. Before we get on to our next round, let's welcome for St. Francis in slot number 1. Let's welcome back Jordan E., as I will call him in this round. And Kenton is staying with their lineup from the last round, so welcome to our new and returning players. This is the brainstorm round. In this round, all questions are worth 20 points, negative 20 points for an incorrect answer. You may confer before buzzing in, not after, but you cannot, I repeat, you cannot steal a question in this round. Kenton, St. Francis, the brainstorm round starts right now. Jim has 4 quarters, 5 dimes, 6 nickels, and 2 pennies in his pocket. That would be St. Francis. Jordan E.
$1.82.
Correct. This voice range is between tenor and bass. That would be St. Francis. Jordan.
Baritone.
Baritone is correct. In what card game would you find the term shoot the moon? That would be St. Francis. Jordan A.
Euchre.
Incorrect. Hearts is what we needed there. Science term that starts with the letter I. Not carbon-based. Kenton, Presley.
Inorganic.
Correct. What state borders Iowa to the north? Kenton, Presley.
Minnesota.
Correct. A tightly knit social group often tied to school activities. That would be Kenton, Presley.
Click.
Click is what we were looking for. Correct. Both milk and cream are examples of what type of substance? St. Francis. Jordan E.
Dairy products?
Incorrect. Colloid is what we needed there. The optical form of this tool includes the objective lens, The condenser, the stage, that would be Kenton. Tate.
Microscope.
Correct. What is the highest mountain in Germany? Time. Zugspitze is what we needed there. This singer-songwriter was the voice of the Great Depression. One of his most famous songs is This Land Is Your Land. Who is he? Time. Woody Guthrie is what we needed there. Give the name of the couple who were executed in 1953 for working as spies for the Soviet Union. Time. Julius and Ethel Rosenberg. Name the American poet who wrote Something There Is That Doesn't Love a Wall. That would be Kenton. Tate.
Frost.
Robert Frost is correct. Meryl Streep has won 3 Academy Awards, but still has not topped this actress who has won 4. Time. Katharine Hepburn. What is the name of the verb form ending in ing that is used as a noun? That would be St. Francis. Jordan.
Infinitive.
Say again.
Infinitive.
Incorrect. Gerund is what we needed there. Let's take a look at our score. And I'm getting a scoring correction from the judge. Shoot the moon, hearts, or euchre would have been an acceptable answer. So St. Francis, you will get those points. So our score is Kenton 230, St. Francis 240. Let's give both these teams a big round of applause. What a game. In the spirit of good sportsmanship, let's come around, meet in the middle, shake hands, bump some fists, and we'll see you at the next BGSU Brain Game.